Hey everyone! Today I want to share a tool that I built for analyzing log files and identifying issues. I don't know about you, but I've had to troubleshoot system and application issues, and digging through hundreds of log files trying to figure out what's happening, it's not fun. What I'm sharing today is a Python-based log analyzer that uses simple pattern matching approaches to find errors and suggest solutions. I plan to use this as a start-off point and evolving it into an AI-powered agent. I believe in building a good foundation first before adding complexity, starting off with something simple so I can understand. When working with applications and systems, logs are both your best friend and your worst enemy. They contain all the information you need to solve problems, but finding the relevant parts can be like searching for a needle in a haystack. I built this tool because I wanted to first solve a real problem I face almost daily. I wanted to understand the mechanics of log analysis before applying AI. And lastly, I believe in building tools that provide immediate value. Well, there are obviously great tools like Splunk for log aggregation and analysis, and native cloud solutions like Azure Monitor and AWS CloudWatch. Building this myself has taught me how these systems sort of work under the hood. I believe that this knowledge will make me better at using them and gives me the satisfaction of having created something useful. Let me show you how it works. The tool has both a command line interface, which is what I'm showing you now in the terminal, where it creates a virtual environment and I just run the analyze logs.python script. It is going through this directory containing the logs, and it found 14 log files, which is this one I have open on the left side menu. It found there are 687 matches for the term error, and that it further made this analysis of the most common error patterns, like which component and how many it found as those. Then it came up with suggested solutions. The tool also has a web user interface built with Streamlit, which I'll start now. Okay, so this is the web user interface component. It's built with Streamlit, and here is the same thing as what we've seen in the command line tool, where it defaults to this location for searching the log files, and I'm asking it to look for errors. And if I run analysis, it goes through all those log files, telling me there's a total of 14 log files it has searched, and listing down the affected components. If I go to the analysis tab, I can drill down and find that it found this operation failed due to insufficient privileges as the problem, and then it suggests a solution for it. Like if it's a connection issue, you check network connectivity between services. If it's a permission issue, you verify certain things. And if it's a database connectivity issue or a query performance issue, and you verify certain things if it's database related issue. These log files were generated by these helper scripts. This is the run demo script, has a function for generate your log files, and it creates a dummy log just so I can do some testing. So a quick look at how this tool hangs together is this analyze logs.py is the main script that does the analysis. First, it defines several functions for finding the log file, searching files for a certain word, parsing over each log entry. And here it does a bit of parses the log entry and it uses regex. Then as we go to the analyze log entry, this is where it actually extracts the patterns and insights. If I open one of these logs, so you can see here, there's errors relating to connection to the database being refused at dbprod01 and 02. So what this script does, we go back to analyze logs. What the analyze log entries function does is it normalizes certain items here. So this code block here normalizes it for us. It substitutes, it looks for this pattern and replaces it with ID, and another pattern after it replaces it with an ID. So in short, you have to know what you're looking for in the logs and be able to program it, define it here in the code so that you can manipulate the logs and for the script to be able to normalize it. Finally, it does the suggesting of solutions. If connection errors are found, the solution is this. Just print out this block of text that I've told it to provide as the solution. If it's a permission error, then you give it this block of text as the solution, and so forth with resource errors, database errors, and a catch-all, a general solution if nothing specific is found. The other main component is this user interface that we've just seen as the web UI. It provides us a user-friendly Streamlit user interface. It passes requests to the analysis engine and displays results in an organized way. Then I have these different helper scripts for setting up and running the system. Okay, so that was the tool that I built. Of course, this approach has so many limitations. It relies on predefined patterns, it can miss complex relationships between errors, it doesn't understand a context without explicit rules. But that's not the point on why I did this. I wanted to gain a good understanding on how a simplistic solution works before I bring in the complexity of fuzzy logic or indeterminable or unpredictable logic of generative AI, where a normal program will always spit out the same answers. With Gen AI, it's always different. So I think this is where Gen AI can help in my simple solution. In my future videos, I'm hoping to share my progress enhancing this with generative AI so that I can hopefully extract deeper insights from the logs, identify unusual patterns without predefined rules, generate more context-aware solutions, and provide explanations in natural language. The code for this project is available on GitHub. See and try it out for yourself and maybe use it as a starting point for your own tools. Thanks for watching and happy coding!